So the new Game Awards show, the Game Awards, premiered yesterday on the 5th of December 2014, and it's a huge improvement over the Spike TV Game Awards, which it's essentially a successor to. The only problem I had with it was that there was a category best mobile slash portable game. So that's iOS and tablets and Android, as well as portable dedicated systems like 3DS and Vita. And Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft won best game in that over Smash Brothers 3DS and Bravely Default for 3DS. And I think that's okay. Hearthstone should not have beaten out Smash Bros. 3DS or Bravely Default for best, portable game. And that's not to say that Hearthstone didn't deserve the recognition that it got. It should have gotten the recognition. But the problem is that it should not have beaten out Bravely Default or Smash Bros. 3DS. Those games should not have been directly compared to each other. In one sense, it's a matter of the fact that you know the nature of a game that will thrive on a tablet is different from the nature of a game that'll thrive on a dedicated portable system with many buttons and a touchscreen and two screens in the case of Nintendo's. Um, I don't like. Okay, Hearthstone's a card game. I've heard a lot of great things about it. I'm probably never going to play it, but I've heard great things about it. It deserved to get recognition, but it should not have beaten out Smash Bros. Or 3DS or Bravely Default. To the same sense, the Pokemon trading card game is out for iOS. Okay, if Pokemon trading card game for iOS had beaten out Smash Bros. 3DS or Bravely Default, I don't think that would have been fair either, because the problem is we're treating portable games as a genre, and it's not a genre. I mean, it's something to be considered in terms of like you're going to make a game that can be played easily on the go or whatever, but that's like saying, "Oh, we're going to do best console game." There's best portable game. There's no best console game. We're not going to because we have a category that's best non-console game, best portable game. That includes iOS and tablets and Android as well as dedicated game systems. We're going to directly compare Hearthstone to Smash Bros. 3DS or to Bravely Default. That would be like, okay, best console game. So we're going to directly compare Shovel Knight to Grand Theft Auto 5. That's not a fair. It's not reasonable to directly compare those games as being best home console game just because they're both on dedicated home systems. Likewise, portable gaming is still in a bit of a seen as a bit of a side dish category where all non-console games are lumped into this big category where we're going to directly compare a card game to an in-depth RPG or to an in-depth multiplayer fighting game. Uh, it's not a fair comparison. Like I said, if Pokemon Trading Card Game for iOS beat out Bravely Default, I still think that wouldn't be a reasonable comparison. I think the game we still have a bit to handheld games have a little bit to go before they get the full respect they deserve. And I think I'm not saying that Hearthstone wrongfully won over Bravely Default or Smash Bros. 3DS. What I think is the category should have been structured a little differently to allow Hearthstone to win for the reasons for which Hearthstone was a good game, and not to like lump them in a category with games that it really shouldn't have been compared directly with, and those games should have won for their own reasons. I do think I'm not one of those elitists who think like, oh, I mean, there are reasons for which games for dedicated portables should or generally are more in depth or in a different sort of experience than an iOS or an Android based game. But those reasons aren't like that one game for one sort of category of platform is intrinsically better than the other. It's that they can be better for very different reasons, and I think the way the Game Awards structured the categories failed to recognize that, and it didn't let Hearthstone win for the reasons it should have won, and it should have had a fair chance to win in its given category, but it shouldn't have won because the only other option was Smash. You're comparing it directly to Smash Brothers or whatever. So that's my only complaint with the Game Awards show. And in general, I think it's a massive improvement over every other previous Game Awards show. And I think they're going to fine tune it in the years to come. And that's all I have to say for that. And thank you very much for watching.